like Israel can't beat Hamas because Hamas beat Israel.
Take it
You're
easy.
so smart,
Take
Nate.
it easy.
Good to see you again.
Don't antagonize him.
I didn't do anything.
Okay, I'm just asking. That's all.
I hate when the police comes to a person who didn't do anything, who's just having a peaceful interview and say don't antagonize him. Hi guys doing, it's your boy Sahar TV, and in today's video we're seeing Nate Friedman going to a protest and exposing paid protesters. He also got attacked. Let's take a look.
This is the largest anti-West rally I've seen since October 7th. Thousands flooded the streets of New York City, blocking traffic and waving flags to celebrate a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist killed in Gaza. For millions around the world, that's where this story ends. A journalist tragically killed by the IDF in Gaza. But here's what they're leaving out. On October 7th, as Hamas fighters and Gazan civilians stormed across Israel, murdering and kidnapping civilians, that same journalist, Anas al-Sharif, posted this: 9 hours and the heroes are still roaming the country, killing and capturing. Allah, Allah, how great you are.
Anas al-Sharif, the journalist, the one that's supposed to be unbiased and report the things on the ground, writing this? What? He's a Hamas terrorist, guys. He's not a journalist.
He glorified the massacre, and Anas loved Hamas. Here he is posing with Hamas leaders. So I went to this protest in pursuit of the truth, and as I was standing there, I noticed a woman walking toward the rally in a Jewish Voices for Peace shirt. As a Jew, I've been struck by how many Jews in America openly despise their own homeland, so I asked her for an interview. What followed was one of the most insane conversations I've ever had, and it reveals just how deeply under attack the West really is. Welcome back to the Nate Friedman Show.
Can you tell me about what JVP is?
JVP is an organization that has existed for at least 15 years, and it's an anti-Zionist Jewish organization.
Okay, and I've heard from some Jews here in New York that believe that JVP is anti-Semitic, even though they are Jewish. They feel that they're anti-Semitic. What is your response to that?
My response is that sort of is a conflation between being Jewish and being support the state of Israel as a Jewish state.
Yeah. Do you feel that Israel is necessary for the security of Jews worldwide?
I do not.
Okay, and why is that? That's very interesting.
Well, I'm a child of the Holocaust. My parents...
I was about to say that she looks like she came from Holocaust survivors, and they had to flee to America. Now, anti-Semitism in the United States specifically is at an all-time high. What do you think is going to happen to Jews? Where do you think they'll run to if we'll get targeted? Israel. Then what do you think she's going to say? Israel is beautiful. We need to go to Israel. The hypocrisy is real.
My father was in Auschwitz, and my mother was in Theresienstadt the whole war.
Your father survived Auschwitz?
Yes, he did.
It's incredible.
Because I don't believe that anybody can get security in an ethno-nationalist state.
Okay.
I believe that Jews' security is living in a multi-ethnic, multicultural, diverse
what do you say to those,
political state.
Because that has been proven to be beautiful and working super well for the past 1,000 years, right? The Jewish pogroms in Morocco, in Kishinev, in different Arab states, all around the world, Jews get attacked. Why?
Okay, what do you say to those Jews that say that Israel was created because of the Holocaust, for a safe place for them to go? Do you believe that Israel was created for the wrong reasons?
I don't believe Israel was created because of the Holocaust. I think Israel was a movement. There was a Zionist movement, and it was a contradictory Zionist movement. There were labor Zionists, there were socialist Zionists, there were all sorts of different Zionists that were at the end of the 19th century.
Yeah.
And Israel got world recognition because of the Holocaust. And I would argue that even the Balfour Agreement in 1917 was a function of anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
I think the British saw Israel as their solution to the Jewish problem.
Calling the Balfour Declaration anti-Semitic and Britain's way of dealing with the Jewish problem is historically illiterate. It was the first time a major world power backed a Jewish national home in the land of Israel. Now, Britain didn't deport its Jews. The Jewish population in Britain stayed steady. What the declaration did do was give Jews who were being beaten, driven from their homes, and murdered in Eastern Europe an actual home to go to. Thanks to Britain. Now compare that to how other countries dealt with the Jewish problem.
Are you supporting Mamdani or Cuomo or Adams?
I actually now live in New Jersey, but I support Mamdani, but
Can't believe it.
not necessarily because of his policies on Israel. I think he's just a principled person.
Yeah, he's got good ideas.
And he brings
He's got good ideas, yeah, for sure. Defunding the police, grocery stores that are owned by the city. Yeah, totally amazing ideas.
his political stances on issues beyond the state of it. Palestine, state of Palestine or Israel, I agree with. I personally am one of these people who, in 1980, helped found DSA. It was
Democrat Socialists of America.
They were known as Democrat Socialist Organizing Committee.
Yeah.
That shows you my age. So my support for Mamdani and other Democrats who speak their mind and are principled will get my support.
Her supporting Mamdani wasn't exactly a surprise to me, but her mentioning that she played a large role in starting the DSA was very interesting. So the DSA, or Democrat Socialists of America, is the largest socialist group in the country. They want to defund the police, have open borders, and hosted a rally in support of Hamas a day after October 7th. Now, the funny thing about the DSA is they actually rescinded their endorsement of AOC. Now, why would a socialist organization rescind their endorsement for the most high-profile socialist in the country? Well, because she isn't anti-Israel enough. AOC doesn't want to defund the Iron Dome, and that was enough for DSA to cut her off. Before getting kicked out, AOC was actually the first female congresswoman to join the org. Now that's what you call eating your own. Now fast forward to today, and Mamdani is the face of the DSA. The DSA mobilized tens of thousands of people to canvass for the socialist candidate. Many don't know this, but Mamdani was actually arrested twice before advocating for DSA. He blocked the road outside Chuck Schumer's office on October 13th alongside Jewish Voices for Peace.
Investigator Nate Friedman! I don't know how you do this. You're amazing.
2 years before that, he was arrested at a protest about extending the eviction moratorium. When this guy talks about the policies he'll institute, believe what he says.
Yeah, and are you like, my goal as a Jew is to try to like bring us together. I know some Jews are worried that Mamdani will not condemn the phrase globalize the intifada and believes that Israel is not a country, and they're worried about that combination of ideas, that they won't be safe. What do you say to that?
I say that that statement has assumptions of what he believes. I don't think he doesn't believe that Israel is a state.
Israel is not a place, it is not a country, it's an idea.
Do you condemn that phrase, globalize the intifada?
Giraffe is not an animal. It's a clump of cells. That's what this answer sounded like.
That's not language that I use. The language that I use and the language that I will continue to use to lead this city is that which speaks clearly to my intent, which is an intent grounded in a belief in universal human rights.
I think he's made it very clear that Israel is a state. It just should be it should not be a Jewish state that is exclusively it's exclusively an ethno-nationalist state.
Yeah.
No one, my answer to, so that was your issue about Mamdani, about the state.
No, not mine. It was just that.
No, I understand the global intifada.
Yeah.
I think people are.
That it references the suicide bombings and the car bombings.
Well, yes, it could. It does not necessarily mean that.
It does mean that, because the only intifadas that we've seen were in Israel twice, one in 1987 until 1990, and one between 2000 and 2005. Thousands of Israelis died because of car bombings and pizza bombings and stabbings and rammings and Allahu Akbaring. This happened. So we know what globalizing the intifada means.
Could mean suicide bombings and car bombings. Yeah, and in practice, that's exactly what it became. The word intifada has been hollowed out by people like her, who hide behind its neat translation of shake off or uprising. But you lose that luxury of semantics when the so-called intifadas have left over 1,000 innocent Israelis murdered, blown up on buses, stabbed in the streets, and massacred in the markets. Take the Dolphin Area massacre, when a Hamas suicide bomber walked up to a crowd of young people waiting outside a Tel Aviv nightclub and blew himself up, murdering 21 young Israelis in cold blood. 16 of them were just teenagers waiting to dance on a Friday night. That wasn't an uprising. That was the deliberate slaughter of innocent civilians. And there were countless attacks just like it, all carried out in the name of intifada.
The number of young people that have come to the organization has older people, but I don't think that's the new attraction.
But there's a lot of young people now.
They're attracting the young people. Do you understand? The older people were in JVP.
Right.
The anti-Zionist elders, as we're called. I was one of the women who chained herself to the fence back in December 2023. And I looked around and I said,
Wayne, I realize what a bullshit artist you are.
Okay,
Put
easy,
that in the
easy,
video.
easy.
I'm not going to attack him. I'd attack you first because
Easy.
I'd be that stupid.
Take it easy,
Just like
Take it
Israel
easy.
can't beat Hamas
Take it
because
easy.
Hamas
Take
beat
it easy.
Israel.
Take it
You're
easy.
so smart,
Take
Nate.
it easy.
Good to see
Take
you
it
again.
easy.
What's your job?
You're probably asking yourself, is he pro-Israel or is he pro-Hamas? According to his reaction, he's most likely pro-Hamas because he's an emotional being, can't look at the facts, can't look at basic principles of self-defense, and he's accusing Israel for everything. You can see.
He's scared of me.
This dude's attacking me. What? He's just a freak show. I don't know. He's just.
Protect him. Make sure you protect him.
I'm sorry. Crazy.
Protect him. Protect him.
I'll let you go.
He's the one you gotta protect. You get me out of here. Don't tear gas me. Please don't drop a bomb on my home. All right. Thank you, officer.
Do me a favor. Don't follow.
I'm not gonna.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Do what you gotta do. Don't antagonize him.
I didn't do anything.
Okay, I'm just asking. That's all.
I hate when the police comes to a person who didn't do anything, who's just having a peaceful interview and say don't antagonize him. Did he seem like he was antagonizing him? Of course not. Same thing happened to me in DC. All the pro-Palestinians were throwing bottles at the police and they came to us saying, well, you need to leave, you're antagonizing them. What are you talking about? Stop coming to the peaceful people seeking to get answers.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a protest.
Wait. So
You filming them? Were you filming them?
I was doing an interview, but so the response is that I antagonized him. I was just doing an interview.
We don't know what happened. We
Okay.
don't know what happened.
I know, but that was like.
We were facing this way.
They were facing me. You can clearly see that when he charged at me, that the police here saw it. Luckily, my security guard prevented things from escalating any further. As for the guy who came at us, his name is Jack DePalma, and he's a radical, violent leftist. Jack DePalma is a retired teacher of 30 years, board member of the Science Council of New York,
Expose his ass, Nate. Expose his ass. Good for you.
and New York City Department of Education employee who also currently tutors children in New York. Jack has spent nearly his entire adult life supported by the American taxpayer, with his New York City education position earning him a cushy six-figure income all the way back in 2010. Jack is an avid promoter of leftist ideologies. Here's his protester portfolio that goes way back, by the way. Here he is at a 2014 climate change protest in New York City. Here again at an Occupy Wall Street demonstration, and again at a voting law protest outside the UN. And he came back for another Occupy Wall Street protest, because why not? More recently, you can see him yelling and screaming at a protest in one of my previous videos, where I actually interviewed him, or at least tried to before he flew off the handle.
Guys, I'll include the link to the full video in the link in the description so you can watch it on Nate's YouTube channel. I think he's amazing. He's doing holy work, interviewing the right people, getting the information out there. I truly support this guy. He's awesome. And just a quick message to this Jewish lady that he was interviewing. There's something you need to understand. Right now, we are at an all-time high of anti-Semitism in the United States. It's just a matter of time until more and more people hate Jews, because history is repeating itself. When you're going to need a place to go to, which country will you go to? Will you go back to Germany, where you've experienced anti-Semitism? Or will you go to Israel, the land and the country of the Jews? Most likely you'll choose the Jewish one, right? If you'd like to watch more of my stuff, please check out my channel down below. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification button so you can be notified every time I upload new content. If you'd like to support me and the channel financially, you can do that using Buy Me Coffee or Patreon down in the links below. Also, we now have a Discord that you can join down in the link below. And now you can become a YouTube member and enjoy specific YouTube perks. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.